Saya dari belakang tadi. Oke, Yusuf. Eh, Gimana kabarnya?
Ya, link Canva-nya saya kirim ke Mas.
Oh iya, ya boleh.
Oke.
Saya yang share screen nanti Yusuf ini. Atau mau share screen sendiri?
Saya share screen sendiri kayaknya bisa. Tadi saya
Oh,
coba.
oke, oke. Boleh dikirim ya link Canva-nya. Itu nanti buat reporting soalnya.
Ya, saya
Oke.
bahasa Inggris, Pak. Saya
Oh
mungkin
ya,
menjelaskannya bahasa Inggris juga.
ya boleh, boleh. Silahkan ya.
Eh,
Oke, sudah
Share.
siap, Sob?
Insya Allah sudah siap.
Oke, kalau gitu time is yours, Yusuf. Silakan, boleh mulai ya.
Link. Ya, share screen. Share. Ini kelihatan, Mas.
Kelihatan.
Oke. So, welcome to my presentation. It is called Maze and Style.
Oke.
So, the definition is I have made two projects. First is Maze Game. So the Maze
Mhm,
game I have created features three levels with three unique mechanics, enemies,
mhm.
and music for each level. Each level has
Oke.
the objective of navigating around enemies and reach a sword. For
Alright.
the second project, it is styling user interface.
Mhm.
So it is styling the UI of a medical refer app made for measuring various medical related things, such as taking notes of pulses and squats to analyze cardiac performance. The goal of this project is for a number of things. So first is to try and frequently work on something consistently to break my habit of always delaying things. And the second is to get used to Visual Studio Code for preparation in college later. And the third is to learn Python and its myriad of functions. From this project, I've learned mainly Pygame. The project features all of these. First is Python, and in the Python, we have classes and its unique properties. We have for the styling project, we have PyQt module and Matplotlib, and we have the module Pygame. In the Python maze project, we have for loop, while loop, and list. So for the distinct features of my project for the maze game, the maze game features a main menu with clickable buttons on start game, or you can choose to quit game. It also has many game states that determine stage of the game, whether that is in the menu or actually playing the game. For the second feature is each level has a unique mechanic and also different music. And the third distinct feature is it also has a class that combines two classes together that retain their own functions and also have a new function when combined. For the distinct features of the second project, the UI styling has a stylistic feature of the clickable buttons where it changes color upon hovering the cursor over it. There also is a timer visible for the user's convenience while using the app for maximum comfortability. So let me demonstrate. Share. Switch screen to, oops, wrong screen.
Mhm.
Screen. There.
Okay.
This is the maze game.
Okay.
The music might be a bit loud. So you
Okay.
can see here there is a main menu
Mm-hmm.
where it plays music upon startup, and when we press start game, it will load the first level and change the music.
Okay.
It also displays the objective. We need to reach this sword
Okay.
while taking cover from here while
Oh,
the
that's great.
enemies try to shoot us.
That's great. Wow.
It also has a sprint feature where oh, if you press shift while
Mm-hmm.
pressing a movement key, it will go faster.
Okay. That's cool. Wow.
So we need to time our move here so we don't get hit by this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Oh my God.
So if you die,
Okay.
it will play a sound as well and display a you died screen.
Okay, okay.
So to
That's
restart, we
great.
must restart the game,
Mm-hmm.
start game, get here, let's try again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not the right timing. There we go.
Okay.
Now that is the
Okay.
first level.
Mm. Oh,
You will see that there is an enemy blocking a key. That key will open this block because we cannot reach this sword without opening this block. So we
this is
must.
pretty cool. Wow.
Okay, it plays a sound on the key obtain,
Mm-hmm.
and we must go to the sword. All right.
Wow.
So the next
Okay.
level, we actually use the sword, and
Wow.
we try to dodge the enemies. We
Okay.
press left click to attack,
Okay.
and it
Wow.
plays a sound and switches the sword sprite, which I have combined with the player class.
Wow. This is pretty
After the
cool.
third level, it goes back to the menu game state, and we are back in the main menu.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
So that is my first project and all of its features.
Okay.
For the second project, we go to the UI styling,
Mm-hmm.
my app.
Okay. Let's see.
Uh,
Okay.
Here I have made this,
Mm-hmm.
modified the instructions file to edit
Mm-hmm.
the text,
Mm-hmm.
and connected the button to connect to the next window. We
Wow.
will enter our uh, data.
Mm-hmm.
So here is the timer
Mm-hmm.
visible. For the first test, it says we need to take our pulse for 15 seconds. So if we press start first test, the timer will change to 15 seconds.
Okay.
So after 15 seconds, we can enter the data. Let's just put a fake
Mm-hmm.
data in here, a 100. After the timer is done, it says done,
Mm-hmm.
and we can press the other timer to use the same timer
Okay.
to display a different uh, different time.
Okay.
So let's do 30 squats.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in this text, we are instructed to lie on your back
Mm-hmm.
for 15 seconds, and every 15 seconds it is indicated in green, and the seconds that should not be measured are indicated in black. So
Okay.
we press start test, it will become green for the first 15 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and then it will become yellow after 15 seconds. And then the last 15 seconds will be red. It works. Let's do 100 as well. It's
Okay, there we
done.
go.
Send the results and well,
Wow.
there's the graph from Matplotlib.
Okay, this is cool. Okay, Yusuf.
So let me go back to the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
For project prospects,
Mm-hmm.
for the maze game, I'd like to add more levels in the future with even more mechanics and functions, like a credit screen, which was actually cut from the final stage because it didn't work. So
Okay.
for the second project, for the UI styling, I'd like to have modified more of the text and possibly add animations upon loading new window. So that is it for my presentation. I hope it was informational and I welcome any questions.
Okay. Wow. This is fabulous, Yusuf. Wow.
Thank you.
This, yeah. Okay, I think I don't have any question, but I wanna appreciate your hard work first. Maybe from the PowerPoint, yeah. So I think I'm so sorry. I think you're a plagiarism. I I'm so sorry for that because I have another student. Her name is Alicia, and yeah, guys, you have almost same PowerPoint. I don't know why.
We may be using the same template in Canva.
Maybe, yeah. But this is pretty nice. And wow, congratulations. That's the first one. And then for the miss, that's nice. And it's great. I mean, this is the first time I see my student to create a label for its maze. Okay?
Okay,
And then
thank you.
I just want to say, wow, you are so great. I mean, you can add label. And then you know what? Most of the students kind of add the pictures. I mean the shooter pictures. When the for the player, for the main player, not for the enemy. But
Oh, okay.
you, yeah, you did something different. So it's like the yeah the opposite of them. That's really nice, Yusuf. And then for
Yeah,
the last application, that's quite nice. I mean, I like how you display the timer, and then when timer is over, it's
it says done.
yeah, it's display the done text or something like that. I like that, and then that's a good idea. Congratulations for that. So,
Thank you so
okay,
much.
you did. Okay, so yeah, congratulations for finish your Python Pro first year, Yusuf. Okay, I think that's all from me because your parent not in here, so I think we can go to the next event. Okay, Yusuf.
Okay.
Okay, you can stop your screen. Or you wanna ask me something first?
Oh,
Do you?
I did not know my presentation duration. Was it above the minimum?
Oh, oh yeah. You know what? Most of the students take a 5 until 6 minutes. I know 7 minutes actually.
Oh,
Most of my students. Yeah. But the actual time is we will give our student if it's group, okay? If it's group, Uh, they have time about 5 until 10 minutes. But if it's private, I don't know why did you say that? I mean, I don't know that. Yusuf, are you afraid of me or are you afraid to the presentation? Most
Oh
of my
no,
student, yes,
it's like a
I
it's like a habit from high school days where most presentations had to have a minimum duration or it would
oh
not be
yeah,
accepted.
oh
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
I just acted out of habit.
That's great, by the way. I mean, wow. Okay, okay. So I wanna show you something before we end up this meeting. So our main event is done. That is your presentation. Now I wanna show you something before you go and kind of accept your certificate from Python Pro First Year. Hold on. I'm so sorry I have to use mask, Yusuf, because
Yeah,
I'm not really well today.
okay, it's fine.
Hold on, where is my... Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, let me share the screen for you. Is my voice audible, sir?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So, okay, first I wanna say for you, congratulations, big congratulations. And then I'm
Yeah.
kind of so satisfied, Yusuf, by your project, of course. Walaikum salam. Congratulations for that. Now, I just want to tell you what will you learn in Python Pro first year, second year, excuse me. And then I want to make sure that about the schedule, of course, because you will do your new activity as a student, right? I mean, in college, of course, right?
Yes.
So we need to deal with your schedule, new schedule. But let me tell you about what will you learn in Python Pro second year. So I just wanna say first, this is the review that something that you will learn. So you know what is this? So I think this is not really nice picture. Let me use this one maybe. So, you know what is this? So have you heard or maybe you have see on YouTube or something like that of this lesson? You know what
Oh
is this?
no.
No? Okay. This is, we call it as a object detection. Okay. So in Python Pro second year, you will learn about this. So, but something that I want to tell you is this is optional. Why do I say it optional? Because most of my students do not want to this path. Why? Because it's typical. You know about machine.
Oh,
If you learn about machine learning, if you have heard about machine learning, so this is the part of that. Okay.
okay.
So this is completely optional. Okay. So what else that you will learn in Python Pro second year? This is the thing. First, we'll talk about data analysis and then mobile development later. But this is the thing that you will learn. So data analysis. So could you see?
Yes, I can see.
So this is, you will, our target is you can create a model that can predict the stock price or something like this. So we will not learn about concept anymore again. Okay. So you will create many projects in Python Pro second year. And then the next step is you learn about this. Yeah, it's almost same. Mobile app. But this is not the app that you will create later. But you can create something like this. But this is the mobile version. So, okay. So
Mm.
your PYQT right now, I mean the Rapier Test app, that's a desktop version. And then in Python Pro first year, second year, you learn about how to create it with as a mobile person. Okay, so the module called as a mobile development. And then what else? Aha, this is the greatest thing maybe. So this is the object detection. So yeah, you will do something like this later if you want to choose computer vision as your path like this. Okay, so
Okay.
something like. But something that you have to remember is this is not. I have to say that this is quite challenging. Okay, it's not just from the lesson, the code, but your device should be also compatible. That's what I want to say.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's all about Python Pro second year. Yeah, that's all about Python Pro second year. So, and then also in Python Pro second year, you will create your portfolio. I mean, we'll learn about websites or web development. In that part, we will learn about the front end section and then the back end section. But we will use Flask, okay? Because our course is Python, and then Python is nice relationship with Flask. So we will use Flask for the back end section. Okay, so I think that's all. I think. Do you have question for me? So
Mm,
speak Indonesia, it's okay.
iya. Kemarin saya beli paketnya itu yang Python Pro.
Oh iya, ya Yusuf langsung lanjut kok ke Python Pro 2 ini kalau nggak salah.
Oh iya,
Saya udah dikasih
itu
tahu.
semuanya
Mhm.
itu semua sampai kedua ya, tahun kedua.
Bentar ya, saya pastiin. Kalau nggak, saya pernah di ini soalnya Yusuf itu sampai kedua kalau nggak salah. Iya benar sampai kedua, Yusuf.
Oke.
Jadi lanjut otomatis. Mungkin
Ya.
masalahnya, mungkin Yusuf mau bertanya terkait materinya. Karena ada parent kemarin yang bertanya gini, Yusuf. Siswanya masih SMA kelas 1 dan dia akan mendapat materi tentang computer vision. Kebetulan orang tuanya kuliah di ITB, dosen
Iya.
atau melanjutkan tesis, dan spesialisasinya computer vision. Nah, beliau khawatir nanti apakah anak saya akan sanggup untuk mendapatkan materi karena itu berat memang. Oh, enggak parents. Jadi jawaban kami itu kayak mereka enggak dikasih nanti kalau Yusuf kuliah pasti akan merasakan enggak
Iya.
dikasih materi kayak ini loh behind the scene-nya itu kayak begini banget gitu, rumus matematikanya begini gitu. Tapi kayak implementasi langsungnya. Karena saya pernah mencoba menjelaskan pakai rumus matematika langsung gitu ya, yang machine learning. Pada gini siswa saya. Iya, apa itu gitu. Itu memang belum belum mungkin Sup ya. Dari sisi psikologi mungkin agak berat memang machine learning itu banyak matematika. Jadi kita pakai library ini yang jadi ini loh outputnya nanti gitu. Dan itu pun masih 50%. Sejauh ini hanya ada ya satu siswa ya. Satu siswa yang memang dia itu niatnya mau jadi AI engineer sih. Jadi dia yang itu pun pemahamannya masih gini entah kemana tiba-tiba begini gitu. Jadi pelan-pelan gitu. Saya bilang
Oke.
pelan-pelan.
Oke.
Itu memang materi kuliah.
Ada
Itu Sup.
kalkulus ya.
Iya ada. Jangan nanti Yusuf kalau ambil software pasti belajar matriks, pasti harus ambil kelas kalkulus mau nggak mau atau aljabar
Iya,
linear.
nanti di kuliah belajar kalkulus juga.
Itu katanya yang paling mengerikan ya. Anak matematika itu yang paling mudah loh kalkulus. Yang paling susah
Iya,
itu
paling mudah kalkulus.
iya di matematik karena itu angka masih angka. Kalau matematika itu kan kita udah otak-atiknya rumus apa? huruf gitu, Sob. Jadi kalau ada yang bilang integral lipat tiga, tahu kan integral integral yang cacing tiga gitu, gini, itu yang paling mudah karena udah ada angkanya. Yang susah itu ada namanya matematika, aljabar, struktur aljabar. Aduh itu dah, kepala kita kayak digini-giniin tuh, Sob. Apalagi dapet dosen yang killer. Aduh, udah
Aduh,
tuh.
semoga dosanya nggak killer ya.
Ya gitulah, Sob ya. Tapi alhamdulillah sih ya, sekarang karena ada AI, jadi resource mahasiswa itu banyak. Gitu sih yang bisa saya katakan. Dan Yusuf terkait jadwal gimana? Mau tetap di hari Minggu?
Mungkin di minggu kan, tapi belum tahu juga ya.
Belum tahu juga ya.
Belum
Yusuf
tahu
mulai MPLS-nya kapan?
Agustus tanggal berapa ya? 7 kalau nggak salah. Atau 8.
7 atau 8.
Lupa saya. Harus saya cek
Nah,
lagi.
nanti masa MPLS kayaknya Yusuf bakal libur deh.
Libur ya? Oke.
Saya nggak tahu ini sebenarnya harus ada parents di sini. Cuman kayaknya Yusuf sudah dipercayai sama parents buat mengambil keputusan. Iya, harusnya ada
Iya.
parents. Jadi nanti Yusuf kalau memang kelasnya mau dimulai minggu depan boleh, kalau mau diistirahatkan dulu boleh. Itu pilihan siswa. Saya tidak ingin mengintervensi sama sekali. Kemudian nanti saya hanya ingin apa namanya dikasih tahu sebelum sebelum hari itu dikasih tahu dulu terkait misalnya, aduh ngelek ya saya nih. Yusup,
Enggak kok, enggak.
jadi nanti misal Yusuf MPLS kan di minggu depan katakanlah. Kemudian di hari saat kursusnya nggak bisa, saya mohon banget kasih tahu saya Yusuf ya.
Oke.
Oke, itu aja sih yang ingin saya inginkan dari siswa saya.
Soalnya masih belum ada jadwal juga
Masih
gitu ya.
belum ada jadwal. Oke, oke.
FYP-nya.
Oke, oke. Kalau gitu udah sih ya Yusuf ya.
Itu projectnya belum saya upload di GitHub tadi itu.
Tolong diupload Yusuf ya. Nanti saya kasih link Canva sama link GitHub-nya ke saya. Saya mau buat laporan soalnya Yusuf.
Oke, oke.
Oke.
Saya ada link kanvanya.
Nah, mungkin pertanyaan saya kepada Yusuf, apakah minggu depan mau dilanjutkan atau stop dulu,
Mungkin istirahat dulu ya, Mas.
istirahat dulu? Berarti 1 minggu istirahat, minggu depannya lagi gitu, Sob.
Ya.
Oke, oke. Oke deh kalau gitu, Sob. Ada lagi yang mau Yusuf sampaikan?
Hmm, nggak ada sih.
Nggak ada?
Ya.
Oke,
Oh,
kalau nggak ada, Yusuf
ini
mau
GitHub
mhm,
saya.
menanyakan sesuatu mungkin? Yusuf sudah belajar web nggak di sekolah? Pernah belajar web?
Nggak pernah
Oh, nanti di Patent Pro 2 itu seru sih web
belajar
ya.
web.
Iya.
Ya.
Dan Yusuf kalau mau jadi software engineer harus kuat di back end sih ya, bukan di front end. Nanti
Backend itu maksudnya apa?
back end itu saya share screen mungkin ya.
Backend, front end.
Iya, misalnya saya share screen YouTube deh. Nah ini Yusuf. Oke. Ini kan
Ya,
web Yusuf ya. Aduh,
ya,
Blackpink lagi nih. Ya ini ini web lah gitu Yusuf ya.
ya.
Nah, ini tuh yang mengatur tata letak tampilan depan itu adalah tugas seorang front end. Jadi ketika Yusuf mengunjungi suatu website, misalnya nih websitenya itu adalah wiki lah ya yang paling mudah atau apa ya yang terpercaya itu adalah apa Sob? Eh Canva mungkin ya. Nah, Canva. Nah, ini tampilan depannya ini diatur oleh seorang front end Sob. Tampilan begininya, begitunya.
Desainernya ya.
Iya, bukan bukan desainer sih, tapi dia ngoding juga, yang ngedesain tapi pakai coding gitu.
Oke.
Nah, sedangkan back end itu setiap hal yang Yusuf lakukan klik ini itu datanya dicatat di tempat yang rapi. Nah, itu tugas seorang back end. Dan itu, aduh, saya nggak bisa berkata-kata ya. Ribet, Sob ya. Ribet. Back end itu, makanya ada, kalau ada yang bilang front end itu akan digantikan oleh AI. Itu bener banget. Tapi back end itu kayak backbone-nya, Sob. Jadi,
Hmm.
iya, kalau kayaknya AI masih belum bisa ke situ deh. Saya nggak tahu ya. Saya nggak tahu. Cuman itu teknis banget sih. Kalau masalah kode, AI bisa gitu. Tapi kalau teknis, wah, itu harus kita sih.
Kalau
Ibaratnya,
yang mengatur
mhm,
server gitu,
dia
back
back
end.
end. Iya, itu back
Oh,
end. Makanya saat saya, kan ada teman saya yang kuliah ya, saat dia bilang mau jadi front end aja, lebih baik ambil back end juga atau full stack. Sebab apa? Sebab itu kayak mudah sekali nanti buat diganti kalau yang front end doang. Bisa pakai AI, serius. Nah, ibaratnya gini lah, Sup. Jadi ini tampilan depan ketika terlihat berjalan dengan mulus, padahal di bawahnya itu ada sesuatu yang sangat-sangat,
rumit.
iya, rumit, betul sekali. Itu back end yang punya kerjaan. Nah, cuman saya nggak mau bilang bahwa front end itu lebih mudah ya. Setiap bidangnya itu punya tantangannya sendiri, Sup, ya.
Iya.
Dan paling bagus sih jadi full stack aja. Nanggung banget nih. Asli. Saya aja awal-awal maunya front end gitu. Setelah ngeliat back end lebih seru aja sih. Lebih lebih challenging kalau back end Sup. Ya. Nah, nanti kalau udah di back end kita nggak pakai bahasa pemrograman Python lagi. Nggak hanya Python. Ada
Iya.
ini sama ini Java sih ya sama PHP biasanya.
Jadi prospek kerjanya kalau full stack itu lebih besar ya.
Iya dong. Dan enggak
Asli.
sih, full stack itu ibaratnya sekarang supaya Yusuf enggak apa ya namanya? Eh enggak 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 apa ya? Enggak tersangkut di satu jalur aja gitu, Yusuf. Lebih baik Yusuf belajar ini karena ini juga nanti lebih baik ini Yusuf gunakan sebagai bahan untuk menjadi seorang SWE, software
Wis,
engineer.
oh,
Oke?
oke.
Karena seorang software engineer juga harus paham tentang bagian back end, apalagi back end mah itu harus banget itu gitu sob.
Jadi software engineer sama AI engineer beda ya? Dibedain.
Beda, secara
Hmm.
teknis beda, cuman apakah ada kesamaan, ya banyak kesamaannya, cuman
Oh, oke.
lebih kayak software engineer itu lebih ke dia apa ya, saya nggak bisa menyimpulkan begini sih, cuman yang saya lebih ketahui itu AI engineer itu lebih banyak matematikanya ya. Jadi kalau software engineer ya dia fokus ke gimana software berjalan gitu dan lain sebagainya. Kalau AI itu yang kayak yang menggerakkan software itu gitulah. Jadi behind the scene-nya gitulah. Jadi kalau Yusuf tahu cara kerja AI atau rumus, makanya ada yang bilang kalau kita memahami aljabar dengan bagus, kayaknya kita akan dengan mudah gitu ke
Hmm.
segala ini bidang, baik yang itu yang software atau yang AI engineer. Cuman kalau Yusuf bilang apakah itu beda? Yes. Saya pernah berdebat sama teman saya software engineer. Kan dia dia ingin jadi ini ya dulu software engineer. Kemudian saya kemudian ambilnya path yang AI engineer. Dia bilang lah, loh AI engineer tuh sama kok sama software engineer. Lah enggak, gitu. Sumpah, itu enggak sama itu. Itu kak
Oke.
kalau kalau sama itu nanti AI engineer tuh dia turunan dari machine learning engineer, Sob.
Oh, itu
Jadi
beda lagi.
beda. Kalau ibaratnya sih sebenarnya ada dua ya, software engineer sama machine learning engineer.
Oh,
Cuman yang machine learning engineer ini sekarang kan karena AI sedang berkembang marak gitu ya. Nah itu
iya.
turunannya AI engineer, Sob. Jadi kalau nggak paham machine learning nggak bisa ke AI engineer
Oke.
gitu. Nah nanti kalau Yusuf jadi software engineer saya tidak menyarankan memahami Python doang. Itu bahasa pemrograman kayak Java, JavaScript, kemudian framework yang lainnya. Mungkin Yusuf pernah dengar React juga. Itu harus dipahami, Yusuf. Oke, dan itu akan Yusuf dapatkan di kuliah.
Oke.
Cuman, Yusuf, bukan dari materi kuliah biasanya. Dari circle, Yusuf. Asli, kuliah 4 tahun tuh nggak cukup, Yusuf. Jadi Yusuf
Iya.
harus pandai-pandai itu.
Cari circle
Oke,
yang bagus.
iya betul. Dengan begitu, karena kuliah, duh, saya nggak tahu nanti Yusuf definisikan sendiri lah kuliah itu
Iya.
sebenarnya ngapain gitu ya.
Oke.
Oke deh, jadi minggu depan jangan lupa Yusuf kita nggak ada les dan minggu
Iya.
depannya lagi ada les ya.
Iya.
Itu aja sih. Ada lagi yang mau Yusuf tanyakan, sampaikan mungkin?
Udah ada ya. Tinggal upload project.
Iya, nanti saya buat laporannya itu ke parents ya, Yusuf ya. Kalau sertifikat tuh nanti saya laporkan dulu bahwa Yusuf sudah, nanti dilihat videonya. Videonya sudah saya upload, kemudian laporannya sih buat ke parent ini proyeknya si Yusuf gitu. Nanti parents menerima laporannya. Kayak laporan bulanan sih kalau itu. Cuman yang penting tuh tadi presentasinya Yusuf sebenarnya.
Iya.
Oke, Sob. Thank you so much for today dan thank you banget buat kerja kerasnya Yusuf selama ini
Iya.
dan sudah meluangkan waktunya ke kursusnya. Mungkin di course selanjutnya saya minta maaf kalau mungkin tidak terlalu memuaskan penjelasan saya. Saya akan usahakan yang lebih baik lagi, Sob ya. Oke?
Iya.
Oke. Kalau gitu cukup ya.
Iya.
Sampai jumpa,
Makasih,
Yusuf.
Mas.
Sama-sama.